This is where the government of Nigeria's Cross River State in the south intends to build what it calls a super highway. It will be 260 kilometers long, 20 kilometers wide, and cost $3.5 billion. It takes 5 hours on rough roads and dirt tracks to reach the communities in Ekuri forest from the state capital, Calabar. They don't have access to electricity or any mobile network and have to walk for many kilometers. Despite the obvious need for development, Innocent Onyamo, whose family has lived in the Ekuri forest for generations, is against the superhighway. He says people depend on the forest for farming.
The thing that is giving you money, when somebody snatches it from you, you become a poor man. If our life is based on Ekuri forest, and they want to do superhighway to pass through that place to damage those things that is keeping our life on, automatically means the government is keeping us in poverty.
But the government argues the highway is essential for developing the state. It wants to link the road to a new port to import goods, export natural resources from the bordering areas and connect to the rest of the country.
The Cross River State is trying to shift away from dependence on federal allocation, which is basically dependent on petroleum, funds and all. We need to shift away to an industrialized state. A deep sea port is key. And of course, this superhighway happens to be the evacuation corridor for the deep sea port.
Despite the promised economic benefits, some people in Ekuri are still opposed to the project. There are also fears about the potential ecological impact the highway will have.
Around 25,000 trees will be cut down to make way for the superhighway, the government estimate. But no environmental impact assessment has been carried out.
These photos show some of the areas where trees have been cut down. Environmentalists say millions of trees will be lost and have criticized the government's actions.
The government intention is to log this forest, and that will definitely cause environmental degradation. If you log all these forests, it's going to send huge carbon carbon into the atmosphere.
The government insists the economic value of the superhighway outweighs any potential environmental damage and plans to complete it by next year. But those who live here say they will keep fighting to get it stopped. Yvonne, Ndege, Jazeera, Ekuri, Cross River State, Nigeria.